Legacies live on, achievements remembered.
As your community bank, First Western Bank and Trust celebrates your victories with you.
We want to wish all the local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this season. Be safe on the court, field, rink, and in the gym. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Spicy Pie, a great place to take the family out for lunch or dinner. Spicy Pie is more than just pizza. They offer a wide variety of menu items, including grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Enjoy their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices, and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax. They also offer a 1-topping 18-inch pie for just $14 on dine-in and carry-out, available anytime. Their December pizza of the month is lasagna, sausage, marinara, basil, parmesan, mozzarella, and ricotta cheese. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Spicy Pie, a great place to take the family out for lunch or dinner. Spicy Pie is more than just pizza. They offer a wide variety of menu items, including grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Enjoy their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices, and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax. They also offer a 1-topping 18-inch pie for just $14 on dine-in and carry-out, available anytime. Their December pizza of the month is lasagna, sausage, marinara, basil, parmesan, mozzarella, and ricotta cheese. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
It's time for the Scotty K Show, presented by Spicy Pie. Let's go live to the pie for the Scotty K Show. Here's Scotty K.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Spicy Pie. Happy holidays to each and every one of you out there enjoying the holiday season. A lot to talk about here on the Scotty K Show tonight. We're going to visit some Minot High boys wrestling. Justin Racine, the head coach of the Magicians, will join me, along with the Minot High girls co-coach of the hockey team. Michaela Newhoffen will join me. Brock Tietz from our Redeemers boys basketball. They open up their season next week as they'll play in the Velva Invitational tournament out in Velva starting on Monday of next week. Also, Justin Loft, the South Prairie girls basketball coach, whose team opened up the season at the shootout at the Prairie this past weekend at the auditorium, going 1-1 as they prepare to get in to the rest of their November schedule and then take a break for Christmas and then come back and go full bore coming in the new year. Also, Matt Merkin, the head coach of the Minot State men's basketball team, will join me. We'll talk about their 2 big wins, conference wins last week, and preview what's coming up. They traveled to Minnesota Duluth on Friday night along with the women, and they also will play on Saturday. They will play at St. Cloud State. Minot State, after losing their first game of the year in the conference opener against UMary, coming back with 3 impressive wins. Following that, a non-conference win over Valley City, and then conference wins over Northern State last Thursday, and then at Moorhead on the road on Sunday. A lot going on around the area in the next this weekend, as most of the high school seasons are starting. As the boys basketball season, they can play for the first time coming up on Friday. The Class A girls and boys action started this week. Both Minot High teams won their opener, a big win for both teams. The Minot High boys beating Williston last night 70-48, and also the girls, they knocked off Watford City in a non-conference game last night. The final there was 80-41. Both those teams will be in action in the Magic City. Games you can hear here in the PSP network coming up Friday and Saturday. The boys will play on Friday. That'll be a 7:30 game. Nick Hallberg will have the call on that. And then Saturday we will have we will have coverage of the girls' game at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll have the play-by-play on that one. We also have a lot of other things going on in the PSP network here coming up in the next few days, as Nick will be out at the Mesa Arena tomorrow night as Minot High boys hockey team will take on the Mandan Braves in it's not their home opener, but it's their opener for West Region at home, coming off a big win last night. Boy, a tough ball game. I watched the first 2 periods of the Century matchup last night. It was 2-1 after 2. Minot High led. Had to go run some errands, came back, turned the TV on or turned the computer on, and it was 7-1, a big win for the Magicians last night. 8-1 over Century to get their West Region season underway. Again, Nick will have the coverage here in the PSP network tomorrow night. Minot High and Mandan. Again, Friday we will have, Matt Merkin has joined me. He'll step in and we'll talk a little basketball as he's got some other obligations tonight. And we'll get Matt on here in just a bit. Again, they have a big game. But just recapping, we have hockey tomorrow night here in the PSP network. It'll be Minot High against Mandan. I will be at Central Campus, or Magic City Campus tomorrow night, something I've never done before in all my 40-plus years of doing play-by-play. I'm going to do a live broadcast of a wrestling tournament, a wrestling meet tomorrow night. That should be interesting. If Matt wasn't going to be on the road tomorrow, I might ask him to join me to help me commentate that.
I'd gladly do that. I'm a big wrestling fan. A lot of people don't know that. Where I grew up in Iowa, it's a huge sport, and one of my favorite things to attend is wrestling matches.
Hey, and we'll get to Matt here again here in just a bit. But then Friday we will have basketball. Minot High boys, their home opener against Dickinson here in the PSP network at 7:30, and then Saturday I'll have coverage of the girls' home opener against Dickinson at 4 o'clock. Nick will be out at the arena again for Dickinson and Minot High, or out at the Mesa again on Saturday night for coverage of the Minot High Dickinson hockey game. I hope I didn't miss anything that we're going to be doing over the next few days as things start to heat up across the state of North Dakota, not in just high school, but also in college. Joining me, my first guest here tonight, Matt Merkin, the head men's basketball coach at Minot State University, and he joins me tonight as they will hit the road tomorrow for Duluth, Minnesota, and then on to St. Cloud for a couple of Northern Sun games. Since I talked to you last week, 2 big wins over the weekend at home against a very good Northern team, and then went on the road and beat Moorhead to pick up your 2 wins after losing that first conference game. Must have been a decent weekend for you, Matt.
Yeah, definitely excited to get those two wins in the NSIC play and get back on the winning track. And had a 3 games last week and won all 3 of them. So beat Valley City at home on Monday, and then as you mentioned, Northern State, who's been a perennial power, knocked them off on Thursday night at home, and then got a road win. And those road wins are always a little bit sweeter. And Minnesota State, Moorhead was picked to win our league, and we knocked them off by 14 and led from start to finish. So played really good basketball last week. Both home and away. Exciting week for Beaver basketball.
Matt, I got to ask the question, coming off that Marion, we talked a little bit about it last week, and I know you don't want to dwell on what happened in the past, but maybe a bit of a wake-up call for your kids that night?
Well, we played good basketball. We told our guys now we've played 9 games, and we played really good basketball for 8.5 of them, and we went into to the Marion game with a halftime lead and then played one bad half of basketball, and that's not going to get the job done in our league. You got to be good from start to finish, and certainly you don't want it to just be something that you walk away from and be like, we lost one. You want it to be a little upsetting if you do lose one, because you want it to be something that you can learn from and get better from. And I think it's got us maybe a little focused, and certainly some teaching points from there that we got better from. And like I said, we're able to win 3 in a row since then. So tough road trip this week at Minnesota Duluth, who's a ranked. I haven't looked this week, but they're top 20 in the country last week, and then won 2 more games. And then St. Cloud State University, who's a good team as well, and been a tough place to play in the past.
Matt, doing some prep work here for the interview here tonight, I look at your team, and offensively you've been very good, and we've talked about that. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids averaging in double figures, and 2 more that are either above 5. and another kid closing in on double figures. That's been a real strength of your basketball team, is that you can score the ball with multiple kids.
Well, we're pretty explosive, and I think that makes it hard to guard. We've got not only are those 6 guys averaging double figures and those other guys somewhat near there, the other thing is they're all shooting really high percentages, and a big part of that is just our guys have really taken great pride in sharing the basketball and executing on offense and making the extra pass and, just making the right play. And if that means that one guy gets 3 shots one game, he'll take 3 good shots, and then the next game maybe he gets 10 good shots, and all of a sudden he's got 22 that game. And just understanding that they can't take away all 5 guys out there. Opponents have to pick and choose what they're going to allow you to do if you space the floor right and execute right. And our guys have just been great at that. And it's one of those things in basketball, I'm sure, as you talk to a lot of coaches on the show, like it's easy to say share the basketball and pass up a good shot for a great shot. It's rare that a team actually does that, and we've been really good at that. So it's credit to our guys so far this season to continue to believe in each other and make the right play.
And the other thing, Matt, is that they're unselfish. I mean, they don't really care if they're the high scorer each game. We want to win.
Yeah, making the right play to win the game. Get a good shot for us. It doesn't necessarily matter. You don't have to get a good shot for me. It's just can Minot State basketball get a good shot on that possession, and that makes it really fun to coach. Our effort's been great. Like you said, we've really shared the ball on offense. We're continuing to grow defensively and played a good game, against Minnesota State last week as far as that goes as well. But I think the most exciting thing for me is, if you look at across the entire nation, not just Division II, if you look at Division I, II, and 3 basketball, almost 1,000 teams in the NCAA, we're in the top 10 in the nation in a number of categories offensively. And most of them are the unselfish one: assist, field goal percentage, assist to turnover ratio, all those things. And then we have some guys that are, in the top 2 or 3 in the entire nation as well, out of whatever that is, 1,000 NCAA teams with 15 players on each one. And man, Max Cody's number 1 in the nation in assist to turnover ratio, top 10, and Cody Dwyer, I think, second in the entire nation in field goal percentage. Jackson Gunville's leading the entire nation in 3-point percentage. So guys are doing a great job of doing what they do well and playing to their strengths and not trying to do things they can't do, just doing what they're supposed to do. So it's been an exciting start for us and as good of a start as we've had in a few years, and something that we know that we can still continue to build on.
Matt, I'm going to talk a little bit about Max Cody here in a bit, but I want to talk, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids that are averaging 40% from the three-point line. And as you mentioned, Jackson Gunville shooting 63% from beyond the arc. As a team, you're 95 of 120 for 45% in all your years of coaching. Have you had a team that has shot the ball from beyond the arc that well?
It's been a while. You have to have a team that's not going to, that's going to pass up decent shots to move it around and get 3 or 4 more passes to get a great shot. So, I've coached a guy that's led the country in 3-point percentage before as an assistant. We've had some really good shooters here, Mike Pello, and Thomas Korf is the all-time leading 3-point maker here. But, as far as overall balance, I think it's probably the best shooting team we've had. But, a lot of that goes to shot selection. You shoot great shots, you're going to make a high percentage of them, and that's another thing that is a work in progress for every team, is to teach you guys what the best shots for them are and get them to believe in that. So our guys have done a great job of that, and just excited to keep getting better. We've got to try to see where we can get again. Like I said, we're ranked opponent on the road this week. Can't wait to see how we fare.
Max Cody, we've talked about him. I've seen him. All right. We've talked about Max, and I watched him for many years when I did the play-by-play of Minot State. But, boy, I tell you what, averaging 10.5 points and 8.6 assists. And we've talked about him before. One of the most unselfish players I've seen, and he runs your point well and gets you into what you want to do offensively.
Well, he really does. Point guard's an important position for any basketball team. It's important to have some guys there that can lead a team and lead an offense and a defense, and he's really doing that. Like I said, leading the nation in assists right now, 8.6 a game is really, he averaged a double-double last week, and it's just guys just don't do that.
No.
He's had multiple assists, double-doubles, broke the all-time record that Ryan Johnson had at Minot State, and then broke the single game record, both those last week. Nate Mertens had a piece of that. I can't remember. Somebody else had a piece of that as well. I think Max had already tied it maybe one time. But just gets the ball to the right spots, studies film so much, watches every single game multiple times, watches opponents' games, not just against us, against other teams. He'll always have a comment about something or how they guarded this or that with ideas. And so just a student of the game, as competitive as they come, and a guy that his teammates really embrace as well. So he really runs it for us. And, we're really excited to some of the young guys that we're trying, there'll be a big ad for us, and we talked last week a little bit about Trey Brandt coming up from Beulah that we signed early, and he's going to have some big shoes to fill, but he can really run a team too, and I can't wait to watch him. He'll come up here and play a big game here over Christmas break. I think he's in the Hoopster and the Dale Brown Classic.
Yep.
Really looking forward to those games too. There's going to be some really good Class B teams.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I
town.
want to promote the fact that we'll have all 7 varsity games both days here.
Very
in the
good. That's going to be exciting. It's a really good field.
That's going to be fun
Scotty,
to watch.
It's some really good teams, and a lot of the top 10 Class B teams will be up here when that comes out. Minot High got the big win last night. It's good to see. They're young, I think, but, man, it sounds like they play really hard, and they've got some talented young guys too. So
I know
a lot of good basketball.
I know you got a lot to do with the coaching college basketball, but I know you love to get around and watch the high school kids.
Oh, man, it's
not just Minot High, but the area schools. It's
so much fun to watch them play, and our guys, our guys around town will end up getting the phone number of a few of these guys and invite them to open gyms from now and again in the summertime or in the fall or in the spring. So every once in a while I'll see somebody from one of the area schools walking through the dome. They say, "Oh, I'm just playing with your guys, coach." Oh, good. So that's good. It's good for those young guys to come up here and play. And I think there's a lot of strong teams in our region again. There's some really, really good young talents around the area, and it'll be exciting. So it's always nice on a Tuesday or Friday night if we have an off day to get over there. And we try to sneak out lots of practices too if we have a day off. But it's really fun to sneak out to a game. So I haven't got a chance to get to one yet. But we'll see, in the girls basketball too, there's a lot of talented players in the area. So it's a lot of fun. I love getting out and just watching hoops.
Matt, one last question before I let you go. Again, Duluth and St. Cloud, I know you're more focused on what presents problems on Friday night. Give me a little idea of what we got with Duluth. Again, they're in the top 20, or I don't know where they were this week, but good basketball team who's very talented.
Yeah, they're explosive offensively too. Their stats are similar to ours, and it's going to be a chance for us to go on the road and be 8-1 and play a 9-0 team, and really the winner of that's going to be at first place in the conference.
Right.
Come Friday night, so really excited for it. Just get out and compete, and see our guys what we can keep doing. Like I said, it's always tough to win on the road, man. We got a big one last week at Moorhead to go there, and then St. Cloud is, traditionally been really good as well, and they've got a lot of, they've got their two or three best guards back, all their guard courts back, so it'll be a tough matchup as well. But just excited to get going, man. You go on the road tomorrow and play those 2 games. They'll be big ones, and we'll be back home, that next weekend,
and
right
then take the
Christmas
break. Yep.
So excited for that too.
Hey, just one other thing. Are you healthy right now? And I know that you're 10 games in or 14 games into the year. I know you got there's some nicks and bruises and that sort of thing. Health-wise, are you all right now?
Yeah, we're banged up a little bit. I've got a little bit of a cough. There's a little colds going around, this time of year as well.
I know.
So hopefully we can get our guys, just a few guys under the weather. But I think everybody's battling that a little bit right now. And just like I said, too, really from here on, we got 9 days of basketball, and then we got a week break. So, man, we're 8-1 right now. Man, how great would it be to finish strong here and put ourselves in a good position to start the second half out on a roll. And we're really excited to do some damage in the Northern Sun. And if you haven't seen us play, come out and watch us and talk to anybody that's watched us, and they're going to be really excited. We get up and down the floor. We're in top 10 in the country in scoring and scoring margin and all those things, and we pass the basketball. We're averaging over 20 assists a game, which is pretty dang rare. So it's a fun brand of basketball to watch, and there's a couple guys. We played up at Moorhead on Saturday, and there's Ben Bowl and Jackson Gunville, 2 guys from right here in town, one from Ryan, one from Minot High, combined to make 8 3-pointers in that game for us. So we got some local guys doing some big things and for us as well. So come out and support them. And man, it's fun to watch them, play with the Minot State jersey on, and I know they'd love to see everybody in the crowd.
Hey, safe travels this week. Duluth on Friday night, and then St. Cloud on Saturday before you close out the Christmas break at home. I wish you the best of luck this week. I'll be listening.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, that's Matt Merkin, the head men's coach at Minot State. Again, both the men and the women will play in Duluth on Friday, and then they will play in St. Cloud on Saturday. The men will play first both days. 5:30 start on Friday, 3:30 start on Saturday, and the women will play at 7:30 Friday, and the girls or the guys will play at 3:30 on Saturday, and the girls or the women at 5:30. We're going to take a break here on the Scotty K Show, live from the Spicy Pie on this December Wednesday. When we come back, we'll have more. Pizza Grinders, wings, tacos, flatbreads, and even desserts. They offer several specials throughout the week, including their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax, and a 1-topping 18-inch pie for just $14. And if you're looking for a place to watch your favorite sports teams, Spicy Pie is the place with lots of TVs to watch the game. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery available and kid-friendly. And if you are looking to make some extra money, Spicy Pie is looking for some great personalities to join their team. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knopf. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Are you looking for stocking stuffers this Christmas? Spicy Pie is your place to go. They are offering a Christmas gift card special where you get a $5 voucher with every $25 purchased in gift cards. Buy online at pizzagrindersbeer.com or in store. Spicy Pie, more than just pizza. A wide variety of menu items including grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Their December pizza of the month is lasagna, sausage, marinara, basil, parmesan, mozzarella, and ricotta cheese. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
And now back to the Spicy Pie for the Scotty K Show.
Well, welcome back here to the Spicy Pie. Again, the Scotty K Show live here each and every Wednesday night. Do want to make a programming note for you is we will be back next week and the following week, but that last Wednesday in December, we will not have a show from the Spicy Pie because we're doing live video and audio coverage from the Dale Brown Classic at the MSU Dome over the holiday break. Our next guest on the Scotty K Show is co-coach of the Minot High girls hockey team. That would be Michaela Newhoffen. Michaela, thanks for joining me tonight. Off to a decent start, 2-1 on the year. And one thing I want to mention is that it's different than the boys because we don't have a West and an East region. On the girls' side, it's all statewide, so every game you play means something. Opened up your season about a week ago against Bismarck, losing 4-1. I understand they're a very good game, a game that you heard here on the PSP network. But, boy, did you have a great weekend this past weekend. Went to Devil's Lake, 18-0 that night. Grand Forks on Saturday, 3-0 that day, 21-0 on the weekend. The big thing is you got shutouts.
Yeah, we have a new goalie this year. Her name is Jillian Ackerman, and she came to play. She's going to come to play every game. With Bismarck, that game, it was our first game of the year, so we took that as kind of a learning curve, learning from that, and we executed on the next couple games, especially, 18-0. We've been struggling on the scoring part, so it was nice to put some pucks in the back of the net.
And, you know, a lot of people look at that score in hockey, 18-0, and they say, yeah, did Minot High try to run it up? No, you didn't try to run it up. It was just that your talent was better than their talent, and you can't tell those kids to not go out and play hard.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And we have a short bench this year. We only have 14 girls, and we played the next day, so it was kind of like everyone has to play. We couldn't sit anyone, but, yeah, that's just it. Go out and play the game of hockey.
Nick just gave me a text message here saying that Julian Ackerman is up for Player of the Week. They can vote at PSP Network on the Facebook. What does she have? 68 saves through 3 games with 2 shutouts. That says a lot. What year is she?
She's sophomore.
Okay, so you got her around for a couple more years after this year.
Yep. Right now, if you go to IndiaHighSchoolHockey.com, it has stats and stuff, and right now she's leading the state with 95.8 save percentage right now. We're only 3 games in, but, I mean, she's already showcasing her talent.
Well, you know, the thing about it is you knew she probably had some talent, but you never know when you get them to the varsity level how they're going to react. But it sounds like she is come out and the big lights don't scare her.
Yeah, she's real deal, and she's a game player. You maybe don't see it so much in practice, but she really thrives in games, and that's when we need her the most. So that's a prime player right there.
Talk a little bit about your team, because I went through and did some prep work looking at scoring and stuff, and you've had a lot of, you know, you score 18 goals, you're going to have a lot to get into the scoring count. But it looks like you maybe have those top 2 girls that are going to be maybe your major scorers, but you got a lot of them that are assisting.
Yeah, so with 14 girls, I mean, that's a pretty short bench in hockey.
Right.
They're all playing a lot of minutes. So, I mean, our top line right now is putting up the points, but our second line is, you know, holding down the fort, and every girl is doing their job, and I think that's the biggest thing this year.
You know, and I look at it, your top 2 scorers through 3 games are, is it Talon?
Yep, Talon Cope.
And Peyton Lang, both with 9 points each. Peyton had 6 goals, 5 goals for Taylor. Are those kind of the 2 that you look at to maybe try to lead you in as you get into the season?
Yeah, so Peyton Lang is actually new to our team this year. She ended up scoring, 6 goals that game.
Wow.
1 being her first goal as a Majette, so that was huge for her.
Yeah, and you've got other ones that have been around the program for a lot of years. Kind of give me the makeup of your team. And Michaela, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't follow the Minot High girls hockey as much as maybe somebody else does. Are you a veteran squad this year, or you still got some young kids working their way in?
Yeah, so we have a really young team. I mean, we have 4 girls returning who barely played last year. They didn't get a lot of minutes in games. And with 14 girls, I mean, they're playing every other shift. So they're getting those game experience now and getting those game minutes, which is really huge. We have some girls that didn't play a lot last year. Now they're on our top penalty kill unit.
All right. Again, you've got games coming up this week, and you guys are road warriors.
Yeah.
You have 2 this week, or you got 3 more before the Christmas break, all on the road. You were on the road. That's 5 games in a row. Who made that schedule up? You?
Not me. No, that's kind of the first year we're running with that schedule. January is going to be all home games, so that's a different schedule this year.
Okay, and you know that just keep plugging along. And the good thing about it is you play Friday at Jamestown, Saturday at Davies, and then next Tuesday at Williston. Then you get kind of a break. I mean, I know you're doing some stuff over the holidays, but really you get a break from statewide competition with the break coming up with Christmas.
Yeah, so kind of like you said with girls hockey, it's one region, so every game counts. So these games are huge. We're hoping to get 6 points this weekend with Jamestown and Fargo Davies. Fargo Davies being, the returner state champs. So, and they got a really good team, a lot of returners from them. So that's going to be a really big game for us to see how we stand up.
Michaela, I know you played hockey at Minot High and you were involved with some state tournaments, that sort of thing. And now that you're coaching, the question that we in the media always ask, where do you think you stack up right now in the statewide race?
Yeah, with girls hockey, I mean, the East is definitely leading the pack, and you always have Bismarck in the mix. But as Minot, I mean, with a really good goalie and some scoring potential, that's all you need in a hockey game. So I think we can hang with the big dogs, and I'm looking forward to see how we do against, those Eastern teams this weekend.
All right, you got Jamestown at Jamestown Friday night, and then Saturday you're at Fargo Davies, as you mentioned, defending state champions. Congratulations on 2 big wins last week. Good luck this week. Hopefully you travel safe. And you know what? Minot High girls hockey is going to play a lot at the Mesa Arena come January, aren't they?
Yeah, come January, it's about every Saturday, Fridays, and then some.
Hey, Michaela, thank you, and we'll stay in touch down the road and have you on sometime maybe after the new year once you get back into the season.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you for having me.
All right, that's Michaela Newhoffen. She is the co-head coach of the Minot High girls hockey team, coming off 2 big wins last week. They're 2-1 on the year. They will go to Jamestown on Friday night, Saturday at Fargo Davies, then at Williston next Tuesday. They'll take the Christmas break off and then come back for an invitational tournament, I think out in Minnesota, after the Christmas break. We're going to come back. We'll talk Minot High wrestling. Joining me will be Justin Racine. He will join me. Their first duel coming up tomorrow night, a match that you can hear here on the PSP network. That will come your way at 7:30 tomorrow. But when we come back on the Spicy Pie Show live, or on the Scotty K Show live from the Spicy Pie, is up next right after this. Spicy Pie, a great place to take the family out for lunch or dinner. Spicy Pie is more than just pizza. They offer a wide variety of menu items, including grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Enjoy their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices, and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax. They also offer a 1-topping 18-inch pie for just $14 on dine-in and carry-out, available anytime. Their December pizza of the month is lasagna, sausage, marinara, basil, parmesan, mozzarella, and ricotta cheese. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
And now back to the Spicy Pie for the Scotty K Show.
Let's turn that mic on. Welcome back here to the Scotty K Show again, live each and every Wednesday night here from the Spicy Pie. Come out and join us. They got the Christmas decorations up. They've got the tree of giving here, and taking some great food here at the Spicy Pie. Remember one thing about the Spicy Pie: during the Christmas holiday, you can buy some gift cards, and with every $25 purchase of gift cards, you can get a $5 voucher that you can use yourself. So if you got that hard to buy for somebody out there that you need, come get a Spicy Pie gift card, and you can get some great food. Joining me now, Justin Racine, head boys. I got to say head boys now. Head boys wrestling coach at Minot High. Thank you for joining me. And right off the bat, do you have any tips for a guy that really doesn't know a lot about the sport of wrestling when it comes to moves and that sort of thing? I get my opportunity tomorrow night to do my first ever wrestling broadcast. Got any big tips for the old guy?
Well, I don't know. I think you could do what most moms do and just yell "go." That always helps.
Hey, let's talk about the early season. By the way, that is against Century tomorrow night, 7:30. And again, you can hear that match here on the PSP network. You've had a couple of tournaments to start the year. Started it out way back in late November when you held an early bird tournament. You didn't keep team scores, that sort of thing. That's kind of a tournament just to give your kids a chance to get started, right?
Yeah, we have that tournament to get guys. Wrestling's a different world. We got to get them to make weight on their weight descent plan and get a couple good matches in and kind of shake off the rust and see where we're at. So it's a good starting point for us in November there, and then on to Sydney, Montana last week.
let's talk about the early bird tournament. Again, no team scores were kept, but the Minot High came out pretty good. 3 champions, 2 runner-ups, and 1 fourth place. What kind of team are you? Are you a young wrestling team?
We're kind of mixed right now. We don't have a whole lot of senior wrestlers right now, but we got quite a few juniors. Our junior class is really good, and on down, couple sophomores, couple freshmen. So we're kind of mixed right now. We're not real young, not real old.
Okay, and that's kind of a luxury to have.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And you know, a lot of people don't understand in wrestling. It's a week-to-week deal. It's just like the game of golf. You might have 10 golfers out there. You got kids that are wrestling off every week to make that varsity match, don't you?
Yeah, we got wrestle-offs in the room every day, and which is a good thing. Guys are challenging for weights, and young to old. Yesterday we had a freshman wrestling a junior for a spot, so that's a good thing.
Hey, let's talk about the Sydney tournament. You took 11th in that tournament, 83 points. I kind of was looking for some information on that today. That's a big tournament. There's a lot of teams from around, not just this area, but from around the country.
Yeah, there's teams from Washington State, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota. They bring in Ohio, Illinois. There's a lot of different teams there, and it's one of our tougher tournaments. We were missing 3 number 2 ranked number 2 guys in the state with injuries, and so you know, for taking 11th with what we had only 10 guys there. It was respectable. I felt like we wrestled pretty well, and it was a good. That was, like I said, it was our first tough tournament, and with what the guys we had there, we did pretty well.
Tomorrow night, Century and Minot High, 7. Is it 7 or 7:30?
7 o'clock varsity. Yep.
Okay, varsity at 7 o'clock, and Century's always been a team that's been pretty salty. Has a great tradition. Tell us a little bit about the Patriots.
Yeah, Century's a team that us and Century have went back and forth in my tenure, in my 7 years here. We've been back and forth quite a bit in the semifinals of state and the finals of state. So it's always a tough duel. They're good. They're well coached, and they're going to bring a battle. So we kind of prepare our guys for that. It's not going to be an easy duel, and so hopefully our guys are ready for that.
You got a special night tomorrow night too, don't you?
We do have a special night. We have a toy drive and an ugly sweater.
So you want me to? You want me to wear my ugly sweater tomorrow?
Could you find one from the 70s, 80s? No, we have a toy drive. We're going to try to pack the house with toys and give back to the community.
Okay, and then tomorrow night, again, 7 o'clock. Again, you can watch that. By the way, Nick just texted me. You can watch it and listen to it on the PSP network. We'll probably hit the air right before 7 o'clock tomorrow from Magic City campus. And bear with the play-by-play guy because I may struggle a little bit tomorrow night. And then this weekend, you go to Carrington. And kind of explain this to me because I know there's some Class B schools. Are they doing a dual tournament on Friday and then an individual on Saturday?
It's more of on Friday. It's more of a get a couple duels in with some other teams. Not really a tournament, but then Saturday is an individual tournament like a normal tournament. So
it just gives you more matches individually.
Yep, that's what we're looking for. And getting that, it's good to get in that dual atmosphere. So when we get in the state tournament, and we've got that feel.
One other thing, and then you come back before the Christmas break. You got a triangular next Thursday night at Magic City campus with St. Mary's and Watford City. Where do you think you stack up, Justin? And I know it's early in the year, but where do you think you stack up in the West?
Yeah, I feel like we're a team that could be the top 3 in the West, top 4 in the state. Century's going to be a good one tomorrow night, and then next week against St. Mary's is going to be another tough duel for us. But we're all right there competing for the top spot. So it'll be another good duel. Watford City doesn't have a full lineup, but St. Mary's is tough.
Okay. Hey, one thing I want to mention, and I reached out to Mitch Mayer, the new girls wrestling coach at Minot High. He had another obligation tonight. I will have Mitch on sometime. Hopefully before Christmas, but congratulations to them. They took third in the Mandan Invitational over the weekend with 144 points, so they were the highest North Dakota team off and running there. That's just got to be an exciting time. Not that you're involved with the program that much, but you're involved with wrestling, but a great start to the year for the girls.
Yeah, Mitch was a assistant of mine, and it was tough to give him up, but he's the right guy for the job, and he's doing a really good job. And to start the program off, we all have, we've chipped in a lot and tried to help Mitch as much as possible and get it up and running. And we're his biggest advocate. Obviously, we want wrestling to grow. Girls wrestling is the fastest growing sport in the nation, and it's only going to go up from here. And so, I expect good things out of Minot girls wrestling.
All right, again, their final match before the Christmas break comes up tomorrow night too, right?
Yep, they'll be with us. 5:30, they'll be wrestling. So if you want to come out and see a historic, girls wrestling for the first time ever in North Dakota, it'll be a good time to come out. 5:30, they'll be wrestling before our duel.
All right, and again, Mitch had another obligation tonight, but we will have him on hopefully before the Christmas break, if not right after the first of the year. Justin, thanks a lot. Again, bear with me tomorrow night because it's going to be a learning experience for me. I'm glad you're putting two guys who have a little knowledge.
Yeah, we'll give you some help.
I know what a takedown is, I know what a reversal is, and I know what a escape is, and I know what a near fall is, and I know what a pin is. After that, I'm pretty limited in my knowledge of wrestling, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be fun, and then those guys have Cody Haugen was a good wrestler for Minot High and Minot State. He'll be there, and
good.
And Preston Jones that wrestled for me just a couple years ago.
All right,
so.
Hey, Justin, we'll stay in touch, and if I don't see you, I'll see you tomorrow night, but happy holidays to you and your family.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Scott.
All right, Justin Racine, the head coach of the Minot High wrestling team. We'll come back. We'll talk some basketball when we come back on the Scotty K Show, live from the Spicy Pie.
Pie, a great place to take the family out for lunch or dinner. Spicy Pie is more than just pizza. They offer a wide variety of menu items, including grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Enjoy their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices, and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax. They also offer a 1-topping 18-inch pie for just $14 on dine-in and carry-out, available anytime. Their December pizza of the month is lasagna, sausage, marinara, basil, parmesan, mozzarella, and ricotta cheese. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
Memories never fade, especially from a high school rivalry game. Hi, I'm Brock Shook with First Western Bank and Trust. Throughout school sports history, the familiar names and faces may change, but legacies live on, achievements remembered.
As your community bank, First Western Bank and Trust celebrates your victories with you.
We want to wish all the local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this season. Be safe on the court, field, rink, and in the gym. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
And now back to the Spicy Pie for the Scotty K Show.
Well, welcome back here to the Spicy Pie, the Scotty K Show on this Wednesday in December. Again, Christmas decorations, the Christmas giving tree, the giving Christmas tree up here at Spicy Pie. Stop on by, enjoy some great food. Joining me next is the head coach of the Our Redeemer Knights boys basketball team, who is yet to play a game because really the first game that Class B boys can play is Friday night. They'll have to wait until next week to start out. But Brock Tietz joins me. Brock, thanks a lot. A couple of weeks of practice, I would think you're looking forward to it, and your kids are looking forward to playing somebody else.
They are. I think every coach this time of year always feels that they're a little behind. It's just, installation, that sort of thing. We got a lot of new faces this year. So there's been some long practices. we're really going to lean on, some of our older kids have been around. And, we got some young kids this year. So it's just a process, a long ways to go. But we're a team that, definitely will have some growing pains this year. There's no doubt about it. That's okay. We're young. We're going to make mistakes. But, as the season goes, I think that, we'll definitely build on that. And these guys are going to get acclimated, get some confidence going. And hopefully by the end of it, we're playing our best basketball.
Brock, and the thing about it is, and I know we don't like to, and I'm going to put it out there, everything that you do, especially early in the year, is going to revolve around one kid, arguably one of the best basketball players in Class B basketball in North Dakota, and Zach Hendrickson.
Yep.
Can light it up, and he can do a lot of things, and he's a great leader.
He really is. He's such a great kid. Very level-headed. Never too high, never too low. He's one of the best. He's probably the best transition guard I've ever coached, and I've coached a few years. He's electric in transition. He really is, and he can just do so much. I don't think a day of practice goes by where he does something where I just step back and go, wow. I mean, he just does it all, and you're right. He is one of the best players in the state. There's no doubt about it, and he's such a great kid, great leader, and so we're going to really lean on him.
And you got to lean on him, and I'm thinking, being around Zach as many years as I have been, and his older brother, that since you are a little bit young and you're going to have kids that haven't played a lot of varsity, Zach is going to be that guy that's going to take them under their wing and say, hey, okay, you made a mistake here, but don't make it again.
Absolutely.
Learn from it.
Absolutely. That started last year. We had 7th graders on the end of our varsity bench last year, and it was amazing how Zach and some of our older kids last year that we had took them under their wing, included them, working with them, helping them, just always there for them, supporting them. And I tell you what, that builds into this year. We constantly got to build. And we were short numbers at our teamers last year. We had 7th graders, practicing their varsity. And those guys are going to be playing this year. So, Zach has been excellent.
You open up on Monday, you said, against Kenmare at the Velva Invitational Tournament. I know we're not going to talk about the matchup or anything, because you guys don't know a lot about Kenmare. They don't know a lot about RA Danvers. But it'll give you a chance, because you are a young basketball team, to throw some different combinations in there and find out, who can do it and who can't do it.
That's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to probably play 10 kids the first night and play it throughout the tournament. We have to find out who we are, what we need to work on, and the only way to do that is against competition. So, like I said, we've got a lot of young kids. We're going to throw them to the fire, and we're going to be, ready to go on Monday.
Hey, talk a little bit about, as you mentioned, again, everything goes around Zach Hendrickson. You had a couple other kids that played a lot of varsity minutes last year, but you weren't a deep team last year because you were so young. Now that you're young, do you look forward to maybe having a little bit more depth this year?
I think so. We have to. We just have to. And we have, when you really look at our team, when you go through, let's say, 10 players, they all bring something different, which is nice. And we've got some young kids that can really shoot the basketball, some high basketball IQ. So we can run some different combinations, so on and so forth. But it's going to definitely take time for us. We're working through those things in practice right now. I'm getting a feel for what they can and cannot do and what we need to work on. But the competition is where it's going to really shine here in the Velva tournament.
All right, you got Velva tournament, Kenmare on Monday. Then you'll have 2 more games there. Then you're kind of off for a little bit until you come back for the Hoopster Classic and the Dale Brown. Again, we'll have video and audio of the entire 2 days of varsity basketball. So this will give you get 3 games of the Velvet tournament. Then you get a little time out to take those kids back and, okay, this is what we need to do better. Here's what you need to do better. That'll give you a couple 10 days to really get kids acclimated to where, okay, where do I have to get better?
Absolutely. I have my assistant coach. He always got a notepad, and I turn around and tell him, okay, this, like during games, hey, remember, remind me this. I'm getting older now, so I forget. So, we play, Hoopster Classic and the Dale Brown. We've got Dickinson, Trinity, and North Star, 2 very good teams. And so that's great. I want to play good competition. That's the only way you learn what you need to work on. And, like I said, we're going to have some growing pains. That's okay. But
you're going to lose some games too. That's okay.
We might. Yeah, absolutely. So we're just going to build. I hopefully we're a better team at the end of the year. That's my goal, and we will be.
Hey, and I know that you coaches don't look at predictions, that sort of thing, but we as a media do. The Hoopster preseason district predictions had you finishing 4 behind Ryan, DLB, Moho, Lansford, Sherwood. But in reading up on some of these teams, this could be a very, very close district race, won't it?
It always is, Scott. You know, year in, year out, I always say District 12 is so much fun because there's just, you know, a lot of good players, a lot of good coaches. Teams are well prepared. You know, I think you got to look at Ryan just because how deep they are and how big they are. I was looking at their roster today. They got 8 kids over 6'3".
Wow.
And so they're big, they're deep. You know, Coach Brown's out of DLB. I know they had a couple kids that have an injury, and then I had a kid leave to Surrey. Look out for Surrey. Surrey's a very, very good team, very athletic. Mulhall is deep and athletic. We just have a very difficult, you know, somebody staying home from the region tournament that's probably a deserving team. That's the way it always is in District 12. So I just have a lot of respect for the coaches in this district, and it's always a grind.
Hey, Brock, thanks a lot. We'll stay in touch as we get into the year, have you back after the new year. But
sure.
Wish you the best of luck next week at Velva, and happy holidays to you and your family.
Thank you.
All right, that's Brock Tietz, the head coach of the RV Deemers boys. They'll open up the season on Monday in the Velva Invitational Tournament as they will take on Kenmare. We'll come back. We'll talk South Prairie girls basketball. Justin Loft, their head coach, will join me on the Scotty K Show, live from the Spicy Pie here on the PSP Network.
Spicy Pie, a great place to take the family out for lunch or dinner. Spicy Pie is more than just pizza. They offer a wide variety of menu items, including grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Enjoy their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices, and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax. They also offer a 1-topping 18-inch pie for just $14 on dine-in and carry-out, available anytime. Their December pizza of the month is lasagna, sausage, marinara, basil, parmesan, mozzarella, and ricotta cheese. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knopp. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We are at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Memories never fade, especially from a high school rivalry game. Hi, I'm Brock Shook with First Western Bank and Trust. Throughout school sports history, the familiar names and faces may change, but legacies live on, achievements remembered.
As your community bank, First Western Bank and Trust celebrates your victories with you.
We want to wish all the local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this season. Be safe on the court, field, rink, and in the gym. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And now back to the Spicy Pie for the Scotty K Show.
Well, welcome back here to the Spicy Pie on this Wednesday night. And again, come on out here. Have some great food. Got the Christmas tree of giving here. We've got, Justin, it must be Christmas time, huh?
Oh, it is. Definitely. 'Tis the season.
Yeah, it's also basketball season, and this is the time of year that I really look forward to. I'm a basketball nut and that sort of thing. You got your season underway last week at the shootout at the Prairie, winning on day one, 40-37 over West Oak Newburgh, and then losing to a Stanley 43-35. Give me your thoughts on that first weekend.
You know, it was a good weekend. Saw a lot of good stuff out there from our kids. You know, we battled. That's what we kind of talked about from the beginning. You know, we've been building our program now I've been there, 6 years. So it's nice to see us come around. We're competitive with everybody. I think that gives us an opportunity, and I look forward to competing.
You know, Justin, and go back. You've been with this program from its inception, and you knew that the first few years you were going to take your lumps, but you're starting to see a lot of the benefits of those lumps that you did take.
Oh, yeah. You know, we've got kids that have been in our program now for the whole time. You know, when I first got there, kids were coming back from Minot. You know, we didn't have a program established, but we've established our junior high program, and now they're all the way up through seniors. So some of these kids have played for me for 6 years. It's really nice. It's really nice to see. I think we got good leadership and all the way down through our programs.
And you still got, you got 4 seniors on your roster this year, but you still got young kids that are really young that are contributing and have been contributing, and that's just going to make you better down the road, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. You know, like, and that's why you play. You know, we've got good young talent. You know, we've got some good leadership. So, I think we've got a lot of the pieces of the puzzle to be a successful program.
Are you got? I guess the way I want to ask is, I would think that you have more depth now than you had in the previous 4 or 5 years.
I would say 100% depth, and you know, like we added Max as a co-op, so that really adds to our depth there too. So we've taken programs, put them together, and now we're out going to try to throw it together.
And how's that transition went, bringing the Max girls into your program?
They've been awesome. You know, there's 5 kids, 9 through 12, and I can't ask for a better bunch. I think they do the great job. Our kids did a good job of accepting their kids. Did a good job of accepting our kids.
Because you never know what's going to happen in something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think for us, you know, we got together. We knew it was going to happen, so we got together and played some this summer, and they really open arms, accepted each other, and now we're where we're at. And I think we got good things to come.
Well, you got tomorrow night. You got Drake. You're at Drake Anamoose, and then come home before the Christmas break against Divide County next Monday, and then Thursday against Lewis and Clark North Shore. Boy, it'd be nice to get some wins leading into that Christmas break, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, get some momentum built up. I think that'll take us into district play, because right after Christmas we start our first district game. So it'll be nice to get some momentum. You know, see where we're at, work on some things over the Christmas break, and then after the Christmas break, start districts and start district play and see where we're at.
And Justin, that leads me into my next question. And again, I know coaches don't look at predictions from whoever. I don't care if it's the media or the hoopster or whatever. You're picked 8th in the district. They say Mohall, Lansford, Sherwood, our Redeemers are probably the 2 teams to beat. But you know what? This is on paper. You don't play the games on paper. You feel you can be pretty competitive once you get into the latter part of the season.
Hey, I like our chances. You know what I mean? Like, I think that we've established where we're at. I think our kids are coming together. I think after Christmas break we get to the district, and you know what? I can tell you this, that if we're the 8th seed, I wouldn't want to play us.
Well, I probably wouldn't want to play you too. Just the last question I want to ask you, because you've been at that program since the start, and you knew that it wasn't going to go good as far as wins and losses that first year. As you look back on it, you cherish those times, don't you? Even though you weren't winning a lot of basketball games.
You know, it's a learning experience. It really is. You know, and you know, I came over from Sawyer, okay, the year after we won, I think 17 games or 16 games, something like that. So on the way over, it's a learning experience, and you take all those experiences now, and you look at where we're at. And I always ask the kids, you know, where you came from, where you are, where you want to be. And I know where we're at, and I know where we came from,
and where you're at now.
Yep. And I think the kids know where we want to get to. And we have some pretty good ideas, so hopefully together we could really do some good things and make some noise in the district.
Yeah, and the other thing, I know you coach to win games and win championships, but you know what? 10 years down the road, who's going to know? But you're teaching these kids lifelong lessons that they can take into the adult world.
Yep, and you learn a lot of those lessons, especially early in your program. You know what I mean? Like, you learn a lot of those lessons, and you try to tell the kids, you know, that you learn from this, you know, build, and it happens in real life all the time. So I think that's something positive for us.
All right, again, at Drake Anamoose tomorrow night, and then at home next week for a couple of games before the Christmas break. Thanks for coming up. We'll stay in contact. Justin, we'll have you on once we get into the district season. But the best of good luck to you the rest of the way, and happy holidays to you and your family.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Justin Lofty, head coach of the South Prairie Max Royals girls basketball team, as first year of their co-op. We're going to take one final break. Come back. We'll kind of line you up on what PSP is going to do over the next week or so. You're listening to the Scotty K Show live here on the PSP network from the Spicy Pie.
The game, choose Spicy Pie. They offer a wide variety of menu items: pizza, grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Enjoy their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax. Join them for Taco Thursday with discounts on all Mexican items and $1.50 tacos. And don't forget White Sauce Wednesdays with the first 10 dine-in or carry-out orders with a whole pie. Get a free bottle of white grinder sauce. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Looking for a great place to take the family before or after the game? Choose Spicy Pie. They offer a wide variety of menu items: pizza, grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Enjoy their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax. Join them for Taco Thursday with discounts on all Mexican items and $1.50 tacos. And don't forget White Sauce Wednesdays with the first 10 dine-in or carry-out orders with a whole pie. Get a free bottle of white grinder sauce. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
And now back to the Spicy Pie for the Scotty K Show.
Well, welcome back here to the Spicy Pie. Just wanted to wrap up our show here tonight by kind of telling you what the PSP network, not just here in Minot, but along the way down in the Bismarck-Mandan area, what we got coming up here this week, rest of this week, into the weekend, into next week. Got a lot of stuff going on. First of all, tomorrow night here in Minot, I'll be out at Magic City campus for my first ever wrestling broadcast, as the boys wrestling team will take on Bismarck St. Mary's, or excuse me, Bismarck Century, 7:30 at, or 7 o'clock, excuse me, 7 o'clock at Magic City campus. That can be watched and listened to here in the PSP network. Nick Hallberg will be out at the Mesa Arena as the boys hockey team back at home against Mandan after coming off that huge 8-1 win over Century last night. That will be a 7:30 game at the Pepsi rink. Friday night we have boys basketball, the home opener for the Minot High boys against Dickinson, 7:30. Nick will have the call on that. Then Saturday I'll be at Magic City campus for the Dickinson girls basketball. Dickinson here to take on Minot in their home opener. That'll be watched and listened to here on the PSP network. The hockey also will be video and audio. Then we'll take a day or two off, come back, we'll have boys hockey, or excuse me, basketball. Our boys from Bismarck will give you both the boys and girls games from Minot High on the road at Bismarck St. Mary's. That will be here on the PSP network. Also want to encourage people to take in the PSP network on Saturday morning when Scott Woodman-Mancy has his overtime show that is live from the Stadium Lounge in Bismarck. I hope I did not forget anything, and now that we're after 7 o'clock, that's what I was waiting for. I can give you the results of the first in-season Class A boys and girls basketball poll that was released today. It did not change as far as the top 5 from the preseason last week. On the boys' side, Bismarck Century number 1, West Fargo 2, Fargo Davies 3, Minot High 4, and Bismarck High 5. Others receiving votes on the boys' side: Fargo North, West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Jamestown. On the girls' side, again, top 5 remained the same. Bismarck Century 1, West Fargo 2, Fargo Davies 3, Bismarck High 4, Bismarck Legacy number 5. Others receiving votes included Jamestown, Devils Lake, West Fargo, and the first time in many, many years, the Minot Haima Jets received some votes in that poll, not enough to earn a spot in the top 5. But they're going to be a fun team to watch, as are the boys. Again, you can watch the boys here on the PSP Network. Coming up on Friday night, the girls against Dickinson on Saturday. Thanks to the Spicy Pie. Again, we'll be back next week. And the following week, we will take the final Wednesday of this month. We will not have a show live here from the Spicy Pie, as I will be over at the Dale Brown Classic, as a PSP Network will have coverage of all 7 games at the Hoopster Classic from the Dome on Tuesday, the 28th, and then come back with 7 more games on Wednesday from the Dale Brown Classic. Some top teams from around the state of North Dakota will be in here for the 2 days, and you'll have video and audio of that right here on the PSP Network. Thank you to my executive producer, Mr. Nick Hallberg. Join him from Pepsi Rink tomorrow night. Join me from Magic City Campus for wrestling. Thank you for joining us here tonight on the Scotty K Show, live from the Spicy Pie here on the PSP Network. Stay warm, and we'll talk to you again next week.
This has been a presentation of the PSP Network. Thank you for joining us for the Scotty K Show. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.